Hey guys, it's Nicole and I'm back showing you what's in my 4-year-old and 6-year-old's work boxes for this week. Stay tuned. So I stated in my first video, I've split this 10 drawer workbox system up into 2 sets of 5 for my 4-year-old and my 6-year-old. The top 5 from red to purple are for my 6-year-old, and the bottom 5 from red to purple are for my 4-year-old. So I just want to go through and show you from top to bottom what goes in each one for each kid for this. So starting off for my 6-year-old's math, I found this game at the Dollar Tree a couple weeks back. And if you follow me on Instagram, you saw that we were playing it probably when we first got it a couple of weeks ago, and I've been throwing it in the workbox for him because I play against him, and it's Meteor Math. It's a multiplication and division game, which is really cute. He loves it, and it's good for going over his multiplication. We take out the division because we're not there yet, so we're doing the multiplication part of it, and he is loving that. He does Singapore Math 2A, so pretty much he'll just be doing the next activity that he has in here. And I just put the page flag in there, and this is exercise 8, where they are breaking down, going back to some basic subtraction from ones, tens, and hundreds, and pretty much we're doing subtraction of 100s right now. And then we have this base 10 workbook. He will be going and getting his base 10 blocks out to complete this activity, understanding decimals. So this should be fun for him, something new and interesting, and he loves working with his base 10 blocks. So he'll just go and get his base 10 blocks because they can't fit in the shelf, and he will work on that. Next up for language arts, we do Christian Light Education, and he's on language arts 2, and he'll just move on to the next activity in this book, and I believe he's on activity 15. He's doing a self-check and a review, and I think it ends with a spelling test for his section 3 spelling words. And then here's his spelling book, and I think I've shown you this before. It's pretty much I just take the words out of the Christian Light Education book, and he just writes his words over and over again every day of the week. So we'll be wrapping up our section 3 spelling words, and he'll be doing a unit test as well as a spelling test this week. For classical conversations this week, this is his CC drawer. For classical conversations this week, we are talking about the fall of Rome, and for geography, we're also talking about the Roman Empire. So I have this book, Top 10 Worst Things About Ancient Rome. He loves this. We read the Top 10 Worst Things About Ancient Greece book, and we also have Top 10 Things About being a pharaoh or something like that. He loves these whole top 10 worst things about history books, and we only got it for $5 bargain price at Barnes & Noble, and he just absolutely loves them. He's in love with the pictures. He's in love with the information that he gets from these, and they're really cute. I love the illustration, so he likes that. Animal School. We are talking about, for science and classical conversations, the major groups of vertebrates. Last week we talked about invertebrates. This week it's vertebrates, and this book basically breaks down fish, amphibians, reptiles, mammals, and birds. So he'll be reading this book. For Latin, we'll be going over our Latin interactive notebooking book, where we just do a couple of lift the flags or cut and paste things, and he can just review it as he goes through. So he'll start from the beginning to the end and look at the Latin noun cases. That was we worked the first week, singular first declensions, and right now we're on singular second declensions. So that's what he's doing right now. And finally, we're doing skip counting by 12s, 11s, and 12s this week, and he loves these skip counting puzzles. I pretty much printed them off, laminated them, and he's able to use dry erase marker on them and do them over and over again. So that's what we're doing for 5 different topics in his CC workbox. So this is his elective drawer. You see that it says elective, and This gets changed out daily. This is the only drawer that I change out. I change out the blue drawers every day because the elective changes every day. And we'll be doing social studies this time around. And then I'll switch it out to health, or he does computer time, things like that. Those things go into electives. So this is social studies. This is grade 1 social studies from Christian Light Education, carrying on from last year. We're going to continue and finish up these social studies books, and I really love these. This book is all about my family and my feelings. We're going to be going into a feelings unit next week with his little brother, so I'm giving him a head start because his units are a little bit longer. So my family and my feelings for social studies. For our purple box, which is for reading, he is starting on the Boxcar Children. I'm so excited that he's doing these chapter books now because he's a great reader. He's able to focus now on chapter books as long as they're interesting enough to hold his attention, and that was his issue, is just holding his attention for the chapter books, and we finally found something he loves. So he's absolutely loving the Boxcar Children. He actually has 2 books. He has this one down here in his workbox, and he has one upstairs because we have 2 sets of Boxcar Children books. So upstairs in his bedroom, and he likes to read a little bit before he goes to bed at night. So right now we're working on the Boxcar Children. This is book 1. And then when he's done, we're going to do the reader's log. I will have him do it every couple of chapters, I think, because it would be kind of crazy to have him wait till the end of this book to do that. But pretty much he'll do a book review when he's done with it. But I also like the little drawings that he's able to do, and I think I'll have him do that after each chapter. He'll go to a page where he can do a journaling page about it. Jumping right into my 4-year-old's math workbox. He has a variety of things that we're working on right now. So let me start with these. These he's done before, and we're going to do them again. We're going apple picking on Thursday, so I have an apple picking theme going on for him for his math this week. These are fall number clip cards, and pretty much what he's going to do, is in sequential order, 12, 13, 14, what comes next? 15. So he'll put a clothespin on there. So this is good for fine motor skills and for math. 52, 53, 54, what comes next? 55, so on and so forth. I'll put these in order and he'll work his way up. He's really good with these, and they're really fun for him. So that is one thing that we're going to do. Another thing that we're going to do that is in the theme of the whole apple thing is these. He did these last week and he really enjoyed them, and this week we're doing it again. Pretty much it's just addition. These little cards have addition and subtraction signs, and also number cards that you place right here. So you put the number card in the middle of the red apple, number card in the middle of the green apple, and the plus sign in the middle. And he will use these apple colored pom-poms. So he'll say if it's like 2 red, for instance, or 3 and 3 green, I'll put them underneath the apple, and he will count them up, and we will find the appropriate number and put the appropriate number right there. So he's doing his apple math with that. Right now we're doing we're on two facts, so 2 plus facts. We've done 0, we've done 1, and now we're doing 2. We're learning about money, coins to be precise. So I have these large paper coins, and what he'll do is he'll sort. He knows what a penny, nickel, dime, and quarter is. We reviewed that. Now we're moving on to actually the quantity of what they represent. So he'll sort the pennies under 1 cent, the nickels under 5 cents, dimes under 10 cents, and quarters under 25 cents. He has a skip counting by 5s puzzle that he will use with a dry erase marker as well, because we've been learning skip counting by 5s. And then he has his Kumon workbook for numbers games from 1 to 150, and he loves number games. So he really loves them. He enjoys doing the dot to dot counting number games. Here's a little rooster. Or chicken or something that he did last time, and he just really enjoys these. So we'll continue on. Okay, so in my 4-year-old's language arts work box, I have a variety of things that should last him plenty throughout the week. We're doing the rhyming cards, and I've shown this on Instagram or my previous video. Really easy for him, but we're doing rhyming words, so we're going to stick with it until I find something a little bit more complicated, or we can just totally ditch it and move on. But he loves them, so pretty much what he'll do is, this says rake, and he'll find the thing that rhymes with rake, cake, and he'll put one of these little gems on them, and he likes it. It's fun for him and easy. And then we also have these Duplo blocks, which I've shown also. I attempted them with my 3-year-old, and he just wasn't really grasping the concept yet, so I just let my 4-year-old play around with them. Even though it's easy for him to figure out, it's fun. So pretty much concept is, what rhymes with B? Ooh, tree, B. And he puts them together, and you just play around with them and take them apart and put them back together. Chair, what rhymes with chair? Chair, what rhymes with chair? Bear, chair. You get it. So on and so forth. So he likes playing around with those. For handwriting, he's using Handwriting Without Tears, and we're learning how to write uppercase letters. We're going over and perfecting those. So we're doing M, and then we're going to do a review of all the frog jump capitals. Pretty much a frog jump capital is any capital letter that you have to do a line down the side and then pick up your pencil and jump back to the top in order to complete it. So those are the frog jump capitals. And what I like about Handwriting Without Tears is that it categorizes letters not by in alphabetical order, that you learn how to write them in alphabetical order. You learn how to write them in terms of simplicity, from simple to more complex. So these are your easier to write letters, so to speak. Okay. And also there's a little chalkboard that goes along with it that he uses. What else? This you've seen before. Right now he's doing these sight words right here. The ones that are in this container, those are the ones he's working on right now. No, actually he's working on the ones that are clipped onto it. Okay, he's working on the ones that are clipped on, and pretty much what he's doing is I call them out and he crosses them off, and then what we're going to do is we're also going to spell them. So I have these little word tiles that I got as from a free giveaway on YouTube, and I'll have him spell the word. After I call it out, I'll put it down and have him spell it, and then he'll check him off on his list. So that's what he's doing for language arts throughout the week. Okay, so for my 4-year-old CC, then we have been doing vertebrates and invertebrates. Last week we did vertebrates. This week we're doing invertebrates, and we did a vertebrate-invertebrate sort. If you saw it on Instagram, you saw my 6-year-old and 4-year-old were working on this. Very simple for my 6-year-old. My 4-year-old loved it. So in this bag right here, I have a variety of little animals, and pretty much we will sort them by whether they are a vertebrate or an invertebrate. So of course, a dinosaur is a vertebrate, snake is a vertebrate, so on and so forth. So we'll just sort our vertebrates and invertebrates, and he loves that. And for here, this is for Latin. We're doing Latin second declension. We're learning about the noun endings for Latin words. So there's a song for these that he sings that we know, that we learned from classical conversations, and we're just going to sing the song and point them out. And what I like about this is these are visual clues as to how to properly pronounce it. So it's us like puss, it's E like tree, it's O like in the word go, it's like in yummy or tummy. So it helps him to really properly pronounce the words. And yeah, that's what we're doing this week in our CC bin. Okay, my 4-year-old's elective bin, we have we're starting the My Plate. This is provided for free from the U.S. State Department of Agriculture. If you're interested in getting this free curriculum, just go on a USDA and Google it, and it'll come up. And we have so much stuff from this. I will have my 4-year-old do this. My 6-year-old will join us with this as well. Later in the week, I'll put his in there because I know it's going to, it's really easy for him. This is a kindergarten level, but I just want everybody to be on the same page and do the same thing. So this is the student workbook where you simply just go over, meet the food groups, and there's a little star chart, lesson 1, cut out everything that's a grain, put it in the shopping cart, cut out everything that's in a protein, put it in the shopping cart, so on and so forth. Just cute little lessons about washing your hands, foods that I like, learning about the different things that you're supposed to have on your plate with every meal, things of that nature. And then the little cards, we'll sort these food group cards for fun. I also wanted to do this. It's shoelacing, just for fun, throughout the week. It's a life skill activity that he can definitely do, is learn how to lace his shoes. And for geography, we are learning about the continents still. We're continuing on. We've done Africa, North America, and South America. And this week, we're going to talk about and learn about the continent of Australia. And finally, the purple bin for my 4-year-old is reading. And we are going to continue on with Teach Your Child How to Read in 100 Easy Lessons. We are well into the I think we're 24, lesson 24, 25 we're up to right now. My issue with this is that he enjoys it, but sometimes he gets tired and bored with it. So we've been kind of dragging through it, but he's getting the concepts and he understands it, which is great. I pair it with the Bob book. So he's doing these ones again this week because he really likes these books. And we switch them out every couple of days until he kind of gets familiar with the flow of the book and recognizing the words. So we will switch these out when he's pretty much able to fully read them. And then he has this little sticker chart in here that maps his progress and his 100 easy lessons. And we also have some things in here, some additional reading. It was a free download that he can just go over so that he can get an idea of reading outside of the book, so he can identify the words outside of the book. Because I think some people have stated that the kid has a problem transitioning from the way that the book has everything to when they read other books. So that's why it's important, I think, to incorporate books that contain similar words but have it in a different setting, and also have uppercase letters, because that's one thing that Teach Your Child How to Read in 100 Easy Lessons does not have. It does not have uppercase letters, so it can it can kind of throw your kid off when you actually give them a book and they're like, oh, what is that? Because I've never seen that kind of T before, but my kid knows his letters. So make sure your kid knows your letters first before you teach them how to read 100 easy lessons, uppercase and lowercase letters. So that's what he's doing pretty much this week for reading. So that is it for our work boxes for this week for my 6-year-old and my 4-year-old. If you have any questions about where I got some of the materials that you saw in the work boxes, just go ahead and drop me a comment in the comment section below. Okay, guys, have a great week. Bye.